you know. And there we go,
Yes.
Facebook community. Hello, everyone out there, Facebook family, and everyone who's watching us, NomadX community. What a special event today. We are here with Wandy, and Wandy is a very special person in the community of NomadX. She became a very special person in my life as well. We know each other now since a while, working with each other since quite a while. And I could go on and on and on and just giving compliments for what an amazing job she does and what an important person she is in the whole history of NomadX, because Wandy is with NomadX from the very, very beginning. And today we have the honor to welcome her on a live stream and talk about how that was like 1 or 2 years ago, and actually talking about what's coming next, you know, like what's the future, and how Wandy went through the whole story with NomadX and saw what's happening. I'm super stoked. I'm really, really, really excited about that interview. In this case, Wandy, welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
Thanks, Ollie, and thanks everyone for joining us on the streaming. I'm super happy and excited to be here, and thanks so much for having me.
That's amazing. Yeah, we are super, super stoked to have you on that stream, and obviously having a lot of questions going on. And we already have a lot of people joining on that stream. So, guys, just straight up front, if you have any questions along the stream for Wandy, just let us know. And we are trying to answer all of them. And if you're watching the review, just post your questions in the comments and we make sure they get answered later on. Long story short, Wandy, I was talking a lot and we want to make sure it's not me talking. I always need to make sure because I always talk so much. So Wandy, can you, just as a start, so people get a good impression, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your story?
Yes. So I am from Brazil. I left Brazil like 14, almost 15 years ago. And I was super young and I kind of wanted to see the world, and I wanted to, you know, learn about new cultures. And so I went to Italy and then the UK, where I lived for like 13 years of this journey since I left Brazil. I am a journalist. I write. It's one of my hobbies and passions. I've done a lot of different work, you know, through this 13 years. And I found out that, you know, sometimes we think that we only destined to do one thing. For example, you know, I did journalism university, and then I always thought that I was only going to be a journalist. And then I found out on my journey, you know, in London and in the other countries that I've lived, that, you know, we have so much to offer. We have skills that we can improve, and we don't even know that exists. So it was the challenge of learning a new language. I didn't speak any English when I first came to the UK. So like by learning that and kind of like finding out that I was able to do whatever I wanted, it was kind of like a great experience. And I did some cleaning whilst I was in London when I didn't speak English that good. So it was like an interesting journey so far. So worked for great companies, worked for Bill Gates, for the Gates Foundation, had the pleasure to meet the man himself in person, which was amazing. I've learned so much from my from my time at the Bill Gates Foundation. And yeah, I think what I really like about my journey, Ollie, is that you know, with the challenges and all the opportunities that come my way, I kind of like do my best to learn from it, to improve as a human being, and to kind of like keep like showing myself that I can do like anything that I want if I just put in the effort, the time, and we just need to show up. When life challenges us, we just show up, do our best, and I think this is what life is about.
That's awesome. Wow, what a story. I am definitely impressed. Guys, show some love. Hit that like button. Hit that love button for Wandy, because she is the living proof that you can achieve everything out there. And there's one thing I want to add to your story, and you didn't say that, but Wandy is not just all the things she just said. Wandy is also an influencer. That's how I will call you, because Wandy has a massive Instagram account and a massive following, which we're all like very, very impressed. And before going too much into the whole NomadX story, which we definitely do after that, I would like to talk a little bit more about what happened for you on Instagram. You know, like what you achieved on Instagram is really, really impressive and something to be super proud about. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the Instagram thing is just like the craziest thing ever. It is just like supernatural. So just to give a little context without going too deep into my personal experience, but I had this point in life where I had to deal with like a serious like depression, anxiety, and even like panic attacks. And I kind of went like to the lowest point that I think a human can go. And then I just found out that I needed to do something about it. Like only taking the pills, seeing like a specialist wasn't like working for me. It does helped, but I felt like I needed like something more, something else. And this is when I learned and found out that all I need to do is to take the time to know me as a human being and as a person, as a woman. And I went on this journey of like self-knowledge and self-development because I really wanted to understand, why am I feeling like this? What can I do to not feel like this? And I kind of like went on to study, research about like human development, self-development. And through this journey, I kind of found myself improving, getting better and better. And one thing made such a difference in my life, and was my connection with this thing, this like superior thing. And you can call it God, the universe, whatever you believe. And through that experience, that my connection with the spirituality made such a difference on my journey, made me overcome depression, anxiety, and all of that stuff. I kind of like decided to document everything that I've felt, that I went through, and that I learned through my writing. And one day I decided to share these impressions, insights, and learnings with people. And then this happened. When I kind of like realized I had 10,000 followers, and then 50,000, and then 100,000. And then like now it's almost 1,000 followers every day. And it's so organic. And it's just like celebrities and well-known people in Brazil and even here in Portugal started to share. And then it just grows. And for me, it's amazing because there was no strategy. There was no like public like a perfect like marketing strategy or anything like this. It was just me, being real. And then this happened. I'm almost like 500,000 followers.
Wow.
And it's amazing. So the secret there was just being real, I guess.
This is so amazing. This is so impressive. And when we first met, I was kind of like, I was blown away. And I just want to make sure we are mentioning that, you know, like to the community, because I feel like this is living proof that, guys, social media is so powerful, and the best way to use social media is by being real, you know, like, and what happened to Wandy, or how Wandy went on social media and she shared her story and she became that massive following. 500,000 followers on Instagram is really, really that's not influencers, that's celebrity status, you know, like and you gain them all organically. Because I remember when we met the first time, and I was on a business base, right? And I was always the guy, you know, like, guys, I know about organic traffic. I teach you all how to do organic traffic. And then Wandy stepped in, and I looked at it, I was like, what? That's organic? I don't know shit about organic traffic, that's really, really impressive. And I think it's a very important message. Just be real, like be yourself. And you do that to perfection. Absolutely. So massive congratulations for that. That's so cool.
Thanks, Ali.
Wandy, now like impressive story, and what you already achieved is really, really big. Let's dive a bit more into the whole topic, NomadX. Can you tell us a bit more how that started? How did you actually came to NomadX? How did you meet Dave? How was that story? Where was the beginning of it?
Yeah, it's amazing. I love this story, and it's just like also natural. I started working and like just helping this guy that was working with NomadX back on the day, and this was September 2018. So through this guy, I kind of got in touch with Dave, and there was a position available, and I had a chat with Dave, and then he gave me this opportunity to join the NomadX team, and this was like October 2018, and then the company went through some changes. Dave had like a break where he kind of, I think, had to just rethink everything, and then a few months later he got in touch with me again and invited me to carry on with the plan, and there we are since October 2019. For a few months it was Dave and I and some of the guys on the tech team. And yeah, it's been amazing. And what made me really excited about the project is that NomadX it's really on a mission, like a real mission to change the way location independent professionals live, work, and travel the world. And I find this super inspiring. And it's amazing to see that what Dave wanted to do and what we are doing now, like making slow travel digital nomad lifestyle easy, affordable, and socially connected. It's like amazing to see, to like learn that someone has that as a mission, and being part of that, it's like gives you motivation and inspiration as well, to be part of something so big. So what I really love about the mission, the project itself, is that NomadX, it's all about affordability, trust, and connection. And we can see that through our pricing. As you know, our prices are 50% of the cost of an Airbnb. And so being part of this digital revolution, it's also motivating and inspiring to me, and mainly because as a person, I share like the same values that NomadX has as a company. And I truly believe that, through our values that are honesty, consideration, sharing, giving, community, and health and wellness, we are on the right path to realize our mission, and also like following up from like my story, my journey, and the things that made the difference in my life. I believe that nowadays, like one of our values that is giving back, willing to give back, is so special, because that means that we don't want to be only defined by the money or the things that we have, the popularity, fame, status, and all of this. We really want to be defined by the positive impact that we can do on other people's lives and the communities there, where we live and where we work. So for me, it's what like keeps me motivated, keeps me inspired, and I think it's what everyone on the team also like find their motivations. So it's been an amazing journey, Ali. And it's amazing to see how much we are growing, expanding, and like getting like better with the help with our community. So it's amazing.
Wow. You kind of like covered about 50% of my upcoming questions with what you just all said. That's amazing. And it's so inspiring, and it's so cool to see how much, like you love the company and how attached you are to that, and how you live that actually. And I think this is one of the things I was always so fascinated by NomadX, because it's really about making an impact. It's about leaving footprints. It's about changing that whole digital revolution in something which is about giving back, and kind of like having people like you on the team, like looking at the rest of the team. That's kind of like that's how NomadX breathes, and it is definitely inspiring to hear you talking, and to like to see what a passion is here. That's especially from an early adopter, from someone who was there from the very beginning, and still is like a very active and super important part of the team, which kind of like says everything. Wandy, let's go a little bit into the direction. Now we know, okay, you've been at the early stage. You obviously like did a lot of jobs for NomadX, and so what is it you're doing now at NomadX? Let's say, how would you describe your job at NomadX to a 5-year-old?
Right. So I work, I just feel like a little bit hard to explain because I've been involved in so many aspects of the business and departments, but my focus is on the housing platform. And by saying that, I just wanted to share with everyone like that is watching us now. It's crazy to look back at the beginning of 2019 and see that we had just over 100 listings in Portugal, and by December we were over 1,000 listings. It's huge, and only shows how committed we all are to make this happen. And this is part of my job as well, and it gets better. So we have 90% of our listings verified. So, our guests can be confident when staying at a NomadX property. And we aim to have like 100% of all our listings verified. And this is also something that I'm always working on. Like, we want to make sure everyone is safe and comfortable using NomadX. So this is a high priority for me, for us, for the team, for the housing team. And this interaction with the guests and making sure we are offering a high level customer service is also super important. It's something that I do as well. And we want to make sure we have like a 5-star kind of like overall review from everyone that uses NomadX. And part of my job is to kind of make sure we add that personal touch to all interactions with hosts and guests. And it's so nice as a customer myself. It's so nice to feel like there's someone there for you. Even if you just want to complain about something, and to be heard and to see that your input has been taken into consideration, and then you can see that whatever bothered you, now it's being improved. I think users appreciate that very much. And this is something very important for me. So the overall user experience, it's something that I'm really passionate about, and it's part of what we do on the housing platform within the rest of the team. So as being the person that kind of leads that development on the housing platform, I'm always like, as a user, a guest, for example, I'm staying at a NomadX apartment at the moment. I think we need to live through what we do, our projects, and as Dave like to say, to eat your own dog food. I think that's the saying, right? And by looking back at what the CEO of Airbnb did, he did the same thing. Like, he rented the apartment he was living in, and he kind of did that for like years to come. So I think only by experiencing it, you can actually see what's needed. So this is what I do a lot. Always thinking of ways to improve the platform, to what else can be done in a different way, in a better way, that users, like both hosts and guests, will feel like happy and comfortable and safe. And, you know, we also give back. We want to give back to the community. We want to also help the host to make money. We want to make sure the guests are finding, you know, the best price, the best quality, and the best houses. So the housing platform leadership means so much to me, because I really want to see that we are delivering the best that we can.
Awesome. I don't know if you can see the questions at the moment who are dropping in, because I don't know which screen you're using, but we actually had exactly the question coming up, which says, can you explain what a verified listing is at NomadX and how does it work? But I feel like you just covered that absolutely naturally, and this question is perfectly answered. So thank you very much for giving this insights, and obviously also thank you very much for doing that job, which is so important. You mentioned the word, you know, like customer experience, and this is one of the best ways to scale, because it is about customer experience these days. To stand out and to make that difference, to make an impact, you need to be there, and you do that to perfection. Wandy, running a little bit towards the end with that, obviously I would like to know what's going to happen in the future. How does the future look for NomadX, and what are the plans? Can you give us a bit more insights from your perspective?
Sure. I think the future it's super bright for us and for the movement as well. I just want to quickly mention that, you know, as I said, we are working hard to improve all aspects of NomadX, not only the housing, but the community. We have our amazing community ambassador. So people can definitely expect improvements, enhancements on the platform and the overall using experience. And by that, we just doubled the size of our tech team. We want to complete our beta product in the next months. So we want to offer amazing events, workshops, masterclass, and like all the cool events and parties that our community ambassador and the team are preparing for everyone. So you're definitely going to be hearing about it. And as I said, we want to be like a 5 stars on like the reviews that we get from users. We want to be a 5 stars, and we're going to definitely keep working hard to get that. We also can see that, you know, remote work is definitely transforming the world, and it's just like amazing to see the research that you know, there will be 1 billion of digital nomads by 2035. So that makes me even more excited and proud about what we are doing on NomadX. So we are a housing platform, and we do understand that a nomad needs more than a super nice house and amazing Wi-Fi connection. So we want to offer even more the possibility, the chance for people to be part of a community of like-minded people. We want to offer them the possibility to, you know, to join one of our events and have fun, relax, meditate, do yoga, meet people, learn. I believe that knowledge is everything. So to add to this package, people who are dreaming about becoming a digital nomad will now be able to make that dream come true with the help of our educational platform that will be launched soon. I believe in the coming weeks, we'll be hearing a lot about it. And so we'll have a payment system implemented, and that's happening very soon as well. We will release a new feature that will allow users to leave reviews about their experiences. Obviously, hosts leaving reviews for guests and guests for hosts, for the house, and so for the whole experience. So I think that's huge, and that's super important for us to have in place. We are planning to create a new section for our golden hosts, as we want to offer like a reward for our best hosts. And like I said, we have amazing events coming up, and we are going to Bali. I am so excited about it. We'll be launching in Bali in the next month. And, you know, everyone knows Bali is just like a major hotspot for digital nomads. So I believe that will be something that will change as well a lot, the whole experience that digital nomads are having so far, because they haven't had the opportunity to do the NomadX experience. So we are here to make it happen for NomadX. What I feel like it's amazing is that we are a team of remote workers. Everyone is super committed, talented, and willing to be part of this major movement. So this revolution and this whole change that is happening, I think the team is just like feeling the energy. Everyone is super inspired and motivated, and we really want to bring that humanity, the personal touch that I said, to the way we interact with our customers and the whole experience. I think that makes a huge difference. So I would say for future, we'll watch this space. We are on this beautiful and crazy journey to change the world, and we will take you guys with us. So yeah.
That's amazing. That's goosebump stuff. That's amazing how you put that out there, and we can clearly see the excitement. This is it's beautiful, guys. One more time, if you get inspired by the way Wandy talks about that, and obviously I know you do, hit that love button, hit the like button, show your gratitude and show some engagement on that. And we're having a decent amount of people watching that streams, and we have a decent amount of comments, so that shows actually exactly how good that is. And Wandy, one last thing before we are kind of like going towards the end and let you go back, because I know you are busy, so we want to make sure we're not taking too much of your time. What is it you would like to say? And that's a very open question, and I like always to do that towards the end with all the interview guests. What is it what you would like to say to the community? A few just words from your side to the community out there.
I'd like to say, like, I believe that everything here in this movement, not only about what NomadX is doing, but on a personal and professional level, it's really great to see people that have an easy journey, right? You have a dream, you have an idea, and it all happens perfectly and beautifully. It's so amazing that it happens for some people, but we know that for most people like us, it's never super easy. And like I mentioned at first, when I look back to my own journey, my story, I always feel like, what is it that helped me to kind of like conquer the dreams and made my way to where I am now? And it's just to show up and to never limit yourself to one thing or to two things. I like to say that we are unlimited beings and that we are surrounded by infinite possibilities that the universe offers us. So I would say that dream, and believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it, because you can. Like I said, we are unlimited beings. Believe you can do it and work hard for it. So it doesn't happen overnight. It's not magic. It's not miracle. It's hard work. It's you believing and doing what you have to do. And just like the things you can't control, just let go. Don't waste time, like hating or questioning life or why this does happen. So my mantra, Oli, is just do the best you can with what you have, whatever you are. And if you do that, if you show up, we'll have challenges every day. But if you show up and you do the best you can with what you have in the moment, whatever you are, then only great things can happen. And I truly believe in that.
It's awesome. What a beautiful way to end that interview. What a inspiring words. I couldn't agree more. And Wandy, thank you so much for sharing all these insights and spending this last 30 minutes here with the community. We will make sure in the future we get you on these streams on a regular basis, and so you can keep us posted, updated, because that is super, super inspiring. And one more time, there is nothing left to say than a huge, huge thank you for doing all this, and for doing all this for NomadX, and always, always showing up, because you are living proof that you're not just saying it, you are doing it. I can tell, guys. I work on a daily basis with Wandy. That's really, really what she does. So thank you very much for everything, and all the best for whatever comes next. I know it's gonna be massive.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And you'll be hearing a lot about NomadX. So get ready. Thanks, everyone. Have a great and thank you, Ali.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, community, for tuning in, for being so active, for watching, commenting, liking, and everything else. As a last thing, I think someone already posted Wandy's Instagram account. If not, we're going to make sure we will post that link. So follow Wandy's journey, and we will push you all the other relevant links into the comments as well. And as Wandy mentioned, for the upcoming launches, for the educational platform, and everything what comes next, I will keep you posted during these weeks, because we are going all in and kicking off massively for February. So as Wandy said, watch this space. It's going to be big. It's going to be massive. And we make sure we take you on that journey as well. Thank you very much to everyone, and have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye.